Welcome to DevOps at Hands-On Labs. Today's video is about how a daily Terraform workflow looks like when you're working with Terraform, and understanding the underlying concepts of how Terraform creates and manages the infrastructure resource. So let's get started. I am trying to so the cloud provider that we will be dealing with is AWS. So I've got the AWS toolkit in my Visual Studio, and I am trying to I'm already connected in the console to AWS, and I'm just connecting my Visual Studio to it. This is the recommended method than using your secret key and access. So I need Asia Pacific, Sydney, and continue. Yeah, now I'm connected, and yeah, so I don't have to create any access key and secret, and I don't have to give it in my Terraform configuration. My Visual Studio is already connected to the AWS, so I can just execute my Terraform command. So if I do anything, then I will be creating the resources. So today I've got a brand new project with main.tf, which basically has nothing in it. So if you are really a beginner also, this is still a good video to start and understand how we can download the providers, and how we can actually create the resources. So one of the first thing is provider, which is AWS in our case, and Copilot is Visual Studio I think I've got Terraform extension as well, so I have this auto completion. So I'm in Australia, so it's AP Southeast 2, and one of the first things is I have got nothing, and I need to download the providers. So how do I do is I create this provider section. I specify the provider that I want to download, which is AWS, and you have to initialize in the workspace. And how you do is just Terraform Init. I've already downloaded Terraform on my machine. You just have to follow the instructions to just download Terraform. So I'm just going to do Terraform Init. So this is how you initialize Terraform. And what initialization does is it finds the latest version of the provider plugin. It connects to the Terraform registry and downloads your plugin. So, and I'm not pausing this or anything because I want to show you how long it takes. So it's downloaded now, and what do you see is if ls minus lh, if you see minus gr. So earlier I just had the main TF which had nothing in it, and all I put was provider configuration in it. And what it does is it creates two files. It creates this .terraform directory. It also creates a Terraform lock.hcl. Now if I do terraform.log.hcl, I can see that the hash for the AWS provider plugin, and this is the version, this is the hash. When you are working on Terraform, you generally want to lock. This is this lock file as well. Check in this lock file as well, so that you're always maintaining this version of the provider. And I want to also show you, if you go to Terraform, where exactly it is providers, you can see that HashiCorp, AWS 646 minus Mac, and you can see that there's a license and there's this the actual provider, which is a binary. So that's it. Okay, we've got the provider. And what is the next step? That means the connection is already successful, and because my Visual Studio is already connected to it, and if I do Terraform plan, right, which is, it says there's nothing, basically no changes, compared your real infrastructure against your configuration and found no difference, so no change. Basically it's nothing, and that's what it is expect. Now what is a plan? A plan is, you've got a Terraform state, uh, which is like the source of truth of what your infrastructure should look like, and then your configuration is your Terraform, is what you have written in your main.tf or in your modules or whatever configuration, Terraform configuration. Now as and when you update, when you do a Terraform plan, it compares with that state, and if it sees any differences, then it'll give you the output. So that is the Terraform plan. Right now we don't have anything, and I want to add a very simple thing. We will get into the, let's just say AWS security group. I'm not completely well versed with all of this, just following the auto completion, and let's just say example, and I'm just right, and we'll just give name equal to example. I won't even give all these things, let's just take them as a default thing, example security group, right? And if I do Terraform plan, it should now I want to see Terraform plan. So you can see that now it has given something else in these green things, right? The green button, which means that you can see that it is already able to connect, and it will actually create this particular AWS security group, and the name of it is example security group, whatever, or the other things will be known after applying, right? And that's fine. Now whenever you're doing a Terraform plan, you should always write it to a plan. Now because it is security group, I'll just give security group, and you use that plan to apply, so that you're always, whenever if you're executing these commands in let's say a pipeline or a workflow, you always write it to a file, and then use that file for your Terraform apply. So again, same thing. Now if you see earlier, it says it did not you even got the note, see, you did not use the -out option to save this plan, so Terraform cannot guarantee to take exactly these actions if you run Terraform apply now. Okay, so let's say if you have changed something else after that, and if you do a Terraform apply, whatever plan you earlier had will not have the same result as well. So always make it a habit to use -out and write it to a plan, and use that plan to apply your Terraform. Now I'm applying Terraform SG plan. You can see that it is creating, and it will be created, and you can see that it's just, there is a new security group that's created, and its description is managed by Terraform, and yeah, that's the thing. And if I have to destroy it, I can destroy it. have to do is Terraform destroy. Then you can see all these minus options, and that's it. Yes, so it's basically destroyed. And I want to show you what. So it's gone. If I look for example, it's not there. So the security group is deleted. So that's it. It's very simple. This is your typical workflow of Terraform, how you create the resources, and you need to really understand what each of these things does, uh, especially your provider, how you are downloading the plugins using your Terraform Init, and where the plugins are getting saved. There is some other information about how you can use a cache for your plugins, but that's not in the scope of today's video. This video is part of the resource lifecycle playlist, and for people who are preparing for Terraform authoring and operation professional certification, I'm also preparing for it. So I just thought I'll make these small hands-on videos for people who want to follow, and for my own reference as well. So I'm following the learning path. I'm also doing a Udemy course, but I'm putting all the hands-on videos that I am practicing, so that it is useful for the people who want to follow along as well. This is the most basic thing about Terraform, is understanding how you can plan, apply, and destroy once you're done with your infrastructure requirements. And that's it for today's video. I'll think about how I can extend this playlist, and what is the content, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.